Wonder who's around.
Yeah.
Space one, fastest guy alive. I fly you round the universe, sing fireball, excel fire. Way out in space together, longest of the stars. My heart would be a fireball, a fireball. Every time I gaze into your starry eyes. We take the path to Jupiter, maybe very soon. We cruise along the Milky Way, land upon the moon. Stardust, we're going to Mars. A fireball. You be my the stars. Jack Williams is there. Hello. So there's not many people watching at the moment. There's 3 people watching now. We'll make that 4. 5. Looks like the gang's all here. Oh. Hello, Olivier. And hello, Chow. Yeah, I've called this Happy Late Valentine's Day because I was going to do this on Valentine's Day, but you know how life gets in the way of things. Been reading that Cosgrove Hall Productions was renamed into the dormant Thames Television Animation subdivision of Thames TV Limited. Oh, really? Oh, look at that. Yeah, I think he will. Want to get feet? Want to get fit? Would sleeping all the time help? No, it wouldn't. Get plenty of exercise, and then maybe you need to I'm no self-help guru, but change your diet, change your lifestyle, and take regular exercise. Anyways, I've had a day today because I had a I had a celebrity round for lunch. He's quite a local boy. He was one of the Doctor Who's, and he is Paul McGann. Yes, swimming would be a good exercise. So yeah, Paul McGann came round for lunch today because I'd said that I wanted to meet him, and you see, my mum is best friends with Paul McGann's wife. So I asked if I could meet Paul, and he came round. And we got chatting together, and yeah. Oh, hello, Ben Brian. Well, I will admit, Olivia, I don't know your diet or lifestyle, but I would say do lots of activities and lots of healthy activities like running, sport, and that sort of thing. You'll get fit that way then. Well, it's okay to. Well, don't play Roblox all day. It's good to play it occasionally. Oh. England, I came to stay. In the USA, Dad grew up and met Mom, and then we came along. That was always okay. Mom went off in the spring and came back with an alien thing. He smells and he screams and he shouts. What are we gonna do now? He's preparing of the other for invasion. What are we gonna do? Alien communication. What are we gonna do? Life's not the same since he came home. What are we gonna do? Kicking and screaming. I was singing the theme from BB Freebie, by the way. Which is and BB Freebie is a cartoon by Telltale Productions. Same blokes who also made Fun Song Factory, Boo, and Betweenies. Watermelon or any fruit and vegetables would help. This, yes, it's ban. Oh, hello, Mayday and Harry. The gang's all here. So, I've had a pretty good day today because you might not believe this, but my mum is friends with the wife of one of the actors who plays Doctor Who, which is Paul McGann, right? Now, I asked Mum to ask Annie McGann, who is Paul McGann's wife, if she and Paul could come round for some lunch sometime. To my surprise, they said yes. And guess what happened today? They came round for lunch. That's all right, ain't it? Oh yeah, because there's a new series on at the moment. And if you don't know if I was pronouncing his name right, I'll spell it out for you in the chat. Yeah, he's actually a bit of a... I'll admit that what Bright Lunch had done with Space Precinct was even worse than what Ministry of Mayhem did with new Captain Scarlet. Yeah, I don't know what was going on through my brain when I suggested Space Precinct for Bright Lunch. I did, and he even gave me a signed photo and everything. You just wait there, I'll go and get it for you. Excuse me a minute. Anyways, hang on. It's on the floor. Here we go, look. So this is McGann as the 8th Doctor. And it says, to Ellis, keep doctoring the TARDIS. Love, Paul McGann. And he's put a number 8 there because he's the 8th Doctor. I know. Because Paul had a selection of photos with him, and I asked specifically for this one to be signed because it's him in his younger years. Now all I gotta do is put it somewhere. Maybe somewhere like here. Also, Paul McGann has done some stuff for Big Finish, and he's invited me to come up to their studios in May and see how they put their audio plays together. Well, it's Olivier's birthday on Wednesday. Well, happy birthday for Wednesday, Olivier. Only thing is, though, I agreed to visit the Big Finish studios on... Do I have Monty Python's and now for something completely different? No, I don't. You see, I've made a bit of a cock-up. You see, I agreed to go to the Big Finish studios in May, only I've realised that clashes with my next writers' meeting at CHF Entertainment. What do you think I should do? What should we do for Olivier's birthday? Ooh, that's a toughie as well. Now there's a thought, Mayday. Hello, Aaron. Sorry if I've been a bit quiet. I was just thinking. Sometime last year, me and Jack Williams thought of a Brambley Hedge TV series because after Percy the Parkkeeper had its half-hour specials, it got its own TV series. So me and Jack got to thinking that the same could happen for Brambley Hedge. Indeed we did, Jack. Now, I was struggling to think of a voice actor for Primrose and Poppy because Charlotte Coleman had died in 2001 on my first birthday. Luckily, I think Mayday suggested Charlotte Bellamy do the voice, because my other choice was Emma Chambers. Indeed, Chow. And that they would have aired in... Yeah, I know. But this would have been before she died, because we decided that it would have aired on CBeebies in 2002 as one of the very first original shows commissioned by that channel. Filmed on 35mm film and made in 4:3, so CBeebies would broadcast it in 14:9. And the episodes we decided that we're going... Because we decided it would have 13 episodes, and they were Wilfred to the Rescue, Primrose in Charge, The Ghost of Brambley Hedge, We'll Go Boating, Treasure Hunt, Cousin Violet, because there's a couple of characters in Fifi and the Flower Tots named Violet and Primrose. The Fabulous Fate, Burglary in Old Oak Palace, Say Cheese, Paulie Primrose, The Amazing Maze Maze, A Game of Golf, and The Fancy Dress Party. Now, in Wilfred to the Rescue, there's been a flood in Brambley Hedge, and Wilfred and Primrose are indoors playing hide and seek with their new friends Horace the Vole and his baby sister, Sissy. Sissy is hiding inside a little basket boat tied up outside the front door, but she soon falls asleep just as the boat's rope comes loose. What can the hedgerow friends do to rescue little Sissy? Then in Primrose in Charge, Primrose can't wait to look after Poppy's 3 lively baby mice for the afternoon. That is until the babies discover a sticky cake, some wet washing, and an open door. Can Primrose restore order before Poppy returns home for tea? We'll get to that, Mayday. In The Ghost of Brambley Hedge, it's early spring in Brambley Hedge, and as Primrose has a sit-down underneath the splendid oak tree, she hears some strange noises. Is there a ghost haunting Brambley Hedge? In We'll Go Boating, a steamboat comes up the river carrying a seafaring mouse from Rome named Marcus, voiced by Jimmy Hibbert. Marcus pays a visit to Wilfred, who is enchanted at the thought of the sea and the lands beyond Brambley Hedge. In Treasure Hunt, Wilfred goes searching in the tunnels around Brambley Hedge and finds a curious old chest. All the mice then try to guess what's inside the chest. In Cousin Violet, Primrose's identical twin cousin Violet arrives. She's also voiced by Charlotte Bellamy, and causes all sorts of trouble and tricks around Brambley Hedge. So Wilfred and Primrose decide to teach her a lesson by using one of her own tricks against her. In The Fabulous Fate, the mice of Brambley Hedge prepare their entries to the Brambley Hedge Grand Fete, but will Wilfred's pumpkin or Primrose's homemade elderberry wine win the grand prize? In Burglary in Old Oak Palace, some of the contents of Old Oak Palace seems to have gone missing, so Wilfred and Primrose turn detective to find out the culprit. In Say Cheese, Basil commissions a photograph of himself to put on the wall in Old Oak Palace. Wilfred and Primrose decide to help, but neither of them have had experience with a camera before. Not easy when you're a mouse. In Poorly Primrose, Primrose comes down with a cold at the time when the blackberries are supposed to be picked. Wilfred volunteers to pick blackberries for Primrose, but it's a lot harder than it looks. In The Amazing Maze, Wilfred challenges Primrose, Horace, and Sissy to a race around the cornfield, and he's sure he'll win because he plans to cheat using some string to mark its path. Naughty boy. In a game of golf, Golf comes to Brambley Hedge when a golf ball lands near Wilfred's house. Thinking he knows about the game, he decides to teach Primrose how to play. And finally, in the fancy dress party, it's winter in Brambley Hedge, so we've gone through all the seasons, which are spring, summer, autumn, and winter. And everyone in Brambley Hedge is invited to a fancy dress party in the Old Oak Palace, and Wilfred and Primrose are determined to win the grand prize, which is a blackberry pie. And that's 13 episodes. Have I seen the Lion's Mail Orbit commercials from the Captain Scarlet Volume 2 DVD extras? Yes, I have, because I have Captain Scarlet Volume 2 as part of a box set released by Carlton in 2001. I never understand why, but I'm not going to have muffins anymore. Well, don't have them anymore. Muffins are okay, but just as a sometime food. Anyways, I was thinking, I never understand why the Carlton logo has such a small T. In fact, I can picture how they added that T happening. Something a little bit like this. Right, here's your package, Gov. What's this? Well, it's Diego Carl on television, in it? No, we're not Carl on television. Carlton. It's Carlton with a T. Oh. Well, it can't be Carl. It can't be Carlton. There's no T there. Give the package here. There we go. I know, Chow, I was just... I know... Oh, can you hear me? Huh. Hello, Blue is there. Maybe I'll just unplug the... and then... What is this button? Oh, that mutes it. Have you seen Torchy the Battery Boy? It was a co-production of APF and ABC Weekend TV in 1959. Ah, yes, my friend Chris Dale's worst nightmare. In my opinion, I always think you see plastic containers with my name on. Oh, can you? Yeah, this is where I keep all my clothes. So, trousers, cycle stuff and PJs, boxers and socks, shorts, hoodies and t-shirts. Yeah, also, I think this year marks 50 years since Brian Cosgrove and Mark Hall started working together with Brian Cosgrove's series The Magic Ball, which was narrated by Eric Thompson of the Magic Roundabout fame. In fact, have you ever heard of how Brian the Snail in the Magic Roundabout got his name? It was because while Eric was working on the magic ball, he got some deliveries of some episodes of the Magic Roundabout with a snail character in them. And he was having, and because it was his job to come up with stories from the visuals, he was having trouble coming up with the name of a snail character that had just been introduced. So Brian Cosgrove said something like, so when he was working with Brian Cosgrove, I think Eric Thompson said something like, "That's it, I'll call him Brian." And so that's how Brian the Snail in the Magic Roundabout was born. Also, while we're on the subject of Cosgrove Hall, I had this idea at one point, which was to make a full website of Lavender Castle based on what it might have been like in the late 90s, early 2000s, because the actual site was supposed to be the launch site. So what I was planning with this website was for you to be able to explore the paradox, which was rendering 3D with Shockwave. Yeah, you could wander around it with the except I think the 2007 reboot had some voices and scripts written by Jimmy Hibbert, so that's one thing. Anyway, with this website, I was going to make it so you could explore the paradox as a 3D environment and you could click to open doors then, and you could also click on various objects around the paradox that would let you view some things. Like if you clicked on Sproggle's desk, it would let you view it and you could see basically video clips from Lavender Castle and some news. If you went over to Leica's place, Leica's laboratory, wherever that was, if you clicked on that, you'd be able to view the character bios. And if you you'd be able to view the character bios and the machines. Yes, all the original voices would be interacting with you as well, like David Holt, Jimmy Hibbert, Kate Harbour, and Rob Rackstraw. And the QuickTime Free thing would have been used to render the video clips of some of the episodes, and real audio I would have used to do the voice lines. I had also planned, if you went into the engine room, you could also go in the engine room and where the MD646 engine had broken down again. And if you clicked on it, you could play a jigsaw puzzle where you had to piece the engine back together. And this would have been one of several games on the website. Although I don't know what other games on the website there would have been. But also while you were in the engine room, you could view the machines. While you were in the engine room, you can view what the machines of Lavender Castle are. And then at the flight deck, if you click on one of the computers there, you can. If you click on one of the computers on the flight deck, you can see what news there is regarding Lavender Castle at the moment, what episodes are due to air, etc. Again, this was just all an hello, Joshua Wilkins. Again, this was just all an idea, because my website making skills are non-existent, and I don't really have the right tools to build it. But I was also planning that once you had fixed the MD646 engine, you could play a sort of... Oh God, what's one of those? Oh God, what's the sort of game I'm trying to think of? Yeah, I was planning, after you'd fixed the MD646 engine, that you'd be able to play a game where it was basically a bird's eye view of the paradox, and you had to navigate it through space while trying to avoid various different objects. I think there was a game like that on the Tweenies website on CBeebies. Perhaps Mayday 51 will know what I'm talking about. Because do you know the sort of game I mean, Mayday? Because I was planning to have that, but a Lavender Castle version, once you'd fixed the engine. And also a... Yeah. I think that's the one, Mayday, yeah. I was planning to have a Lavender Castle themed version of that once you fix the engine. And I was also planning to have a Space Invaders style game. But since the Paradox hasn't got any armaments or weaponry, then I don't know. Because you would have played that on another one of the Paradox's computers. Yeah, you would have had like a ship with armaments, basically something like the Firefly. You would have had like Roger's starfighter, the Firefly, firing at oh, night, Olivier. Anyways, you would have had the Firefly, the starfighter, firing at some mammoth machines, a bit like Space Invaders. And yes, it would have gotten faster. Then again, this website was all basically an idea. Never actually gotten around to doing it yet. Maybe because I just don't have the skills. Yeah, don't have the proper skills of redesigning what websites used to look like. I'm good at many things, Mayday, but see, the thing is, Mayday, I'm good at most things, but my website building skills are just basically non-existent. Anglia TV and Time Warner's HBO used to own ITEL, distribution arm of Anglia TV and the licensing arm of Cosgrove Hall. Now, where would I And hang on a minute, I'm just trying to find something I put down and can't exactly remember. Bear with me. Here we go. You see, I wrote this down, and I reckon that if Lavender Castle had gone on to a second series of 26 episodes, there would have been some merchandise, including some storybooks based on the episodes written by Jerry Anderson himself, and some joke and activity books. All of which would have been done by Ladybird. So I reckon the episode adaptations, yes, but the Castle match would be under license to ITEL. No, I think it... If so, I think it would have been under license to entertainment rights. And Lavender Castle interactive figures and playsets would have been done by Born to Play, who were, of course, the toy division of entertainment rights at one point. Which is why I thought of Born to Play to do the figures and playsets. Anyways, for books by Ladybird, me and my friend figured that that each book would contain 2 episode adaptations. Like, the first one would be... Like, the first one would be In the Beginning and Flower Power. Second one would be The Twilight Tower and High Moon. And the third one would have been Double Cross and The Black Swat. I'm going in production order here because Double Cross was done before The Black Swat, even though The Black Swat was broadcast before Double Cross, if you see what I mean, but... Just gotta close some tabs. Not forgetting Bob the Builder. Yeah. Aladdin 2, The Return of Jafar on VHS. Yeah, I'd like it on VHS as well because I'm looking to find it on VHS as well because a lot of people might not know this, but if you've got a keen eye, you'll notice that there's a few differences between the VHS and DVD versions of The Return of Jafar. Which of course stands for Only Fools and Horses. Rodney, you plonker! I was also planning, me and my friend also thought that there would be a Lavender Castle diary. Well, a Lavender Castle themed diary. With a lavender coloured felt tip pen. Nice touch. That's okay, Harry. We all make mistakes. That's why they put rubbers at the end of pencils. In case you didn't get what I was referencing there, it was from an outtake of the $64,000 question, where Bob Monkhouse accidentally said, "Should you wish to piss?" instead of "Should you wish to pass?" I remember that was included on Mayday 51's TV burp once. On Mayday 51's TV burp once with the word piss bleeped out. That was actually quite funny, you know. Ronnie Hazelhurst. Who of course also did the theme tunes for Yes Minister, Are You Being Served, I Didn't Know You Cared, and Last of a Summer Wine. It's a knockout. Generation game. Blankety blank. They also worked with some other Ronnies, the two Ronnies. To the Man Born. Yeah. Oh, and Wogan. I wonder if Terry Wogan actually wore a wig. Oh, hello, Ness. As I was saying, most people not. Ooh, that's unusual. As I was saying, most people might not notice this. Most people might not notice this, but if you've got a keen eye, you'll notice that there's a few differences between the DVD and original VHS of The Return of Jafar. One example being when Jafar is killed at the end. On the VHS, there's 4 shots of his skeleton flashing, but on the DVD, there's only 2 shots because either the first 2 are painted out or the frame rate's being messed up. I don't know which. Oh, this? Thank you. It is, of course, Wile E. Coyote, super genius, also PhD, DDSE, and yeah, I don't know why that is blue is there. I did say that right, didn't I? Blue is there. There are many silly people who teenagers take off your clothes, which is actually good tiger, take off and go. Only a fool would be stupid enough to hear it as that. Hey there. Ooh. I haven't. Hello everyone. I hope you had a good Valentine's Day. We certainly did. Yeah, you took Henrietta out to that French restaurant, didn't you? Don't you mean it'll be alright on the night too? There are, of course, Snivy, Oshawott, and T-Pig. But yeah, I bet you had a good Valentine's Day. I heard you took Henrietta to that new French restaurant that's just opened in town. What was it like? Really? Because I haven't seen it. Although, I don't think I'll be going back there again. Why not, Henry? Well, I don't think the people on the table next to us were that impressed with my knowledge of the French language. Yeah, I mean, only you could get the word congratulations mixed up with spank your sister with a slice of bologna. You have to admit, Oshawott, that does sound kind of funny. Actually, it does, doesn't it? Spank your sister with a slice of bologna. Looks like I won't be going back there in a hurry. Oops. Can already imagine his sister is planning on getting her own back. Not exactly, turn this off. Not exactly Mayday. You see, what happened was Henry Howland was at a French restaurant and he wanted to impress the waiter with his French language, but he somehow got the word congratulations mixed up with spank your sister with a slice of bologna. So instead of I'd like to congratulate you, it was I'd like to spank your sister with a slice of bologna.
Mom, have you seen either of my swimsuits? Either of my swimsuits. Okay.
like your sister with a slice of bologna. Hmm. Huh. You're not going to believe this, but if the thing will load. Hello, Blue is there.
My charger down there, my laptop charger. Every morning. Alright, night.
Come on, you stupid thing. Ah, that's one way to do it. Oh, see you, Harry. This is interesting. Apparently, there were going to be 26 more episodes of Anthony Ant, 13 more episodes of Percy the Park Keeper, and yeah, those would have been interesting. Each of them doing a treasure hunt, Percy's Bumpy Ride, and One Spring Morning, or as the book's called, One Springy Day. I can picture them as part of. I can picture them as episodes of the TV series. Yeah. Co-production of HBO and Hit Entertainment, and I believe the only Hit Entertainment show to have the logo that you normally see on VHS releases at the end of a program. You know the one I'm talking about? The one with the fireworks and the ribbons. That logo. Yes, that's the one, Jack. Yeah, that's what, Mayday. I also found out that Hit Entertainment had the international distribution rights for Postman Pat and The Wind in the Willows. Unfortunately, The Wind in the Willows I'm thinking of is not the one with David Jason and animated by Cosgrove Hall. Although, I can actually picture the Cosgrove Hall Wind in the Willows being distributed by Hit Entertainment. But yeah, just as they had the international distribution rights to Postman Pat, Wind in the Willows, and Brum, I believe. But anyway, I've just found out. Yeah, I think that's the one with the voice of Rick Mail. But anyways, I'm saying all this because I also found out that Hit Entertainment had the worldwide distribution rights to Lavender Castle. Same as they did with Postman Pat, Wind in the Willows, Brum, etc. I think Hit Entertainment also had the worldwide distribution rights to The World of Peter Rabbit and Friends, which is the 2D animated series by TVC. Except I believe it was Garane Entertainment who had the distribution rights to Felix. No, not Felix. Chains the Cat. Where did I get Felix from? But I've also found out that have you lot ever heard of a show called Yoko Jakamoko Toto? Because, according to this website I found, which is c21media.net, Garane Entertainment were originally going to distribute Yoko Jakamoko Toto before Hit Entertainment bought Garane. Hang on, my mum's outside. Sorry about that. That was my mum outside. I've told her I'm fine. It's interesting though, because if Yoko Jakamoko Toto Yes, that's right, Mayday. Yes, they did, Chow, along with another Collingwood production, which is The Secret Show. And just as my friend MK the Instrumentalist has built up an archive of stuff from The Secret Show, so music and merchandise and that, and episodes. Because he's a budding archivist, is my friend MK the Instrumentalist, and I think he's also got some of the. I think my friend MK the Instrumentalist has got some stuff from Yoko Giacomoco Toto. Like the music and everything. I'll have to ask him about it. Yoko Giacomoco Toto. 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 Toto! Yoko Giacomoco Toto. Hanging cats and dogs where you are. You wouldn't want to be where I am then, yes. It's absolutely bucketing it down out there. Let me see if I can. Let me see if I can find it, because Toto, of course, being voiced by Rob Rackstraw, who, of course, does a lot of nutty characters. Yoko being voiced by Alex Kelly, who's also in Frankenstein's Cat and the Mr. Men Show. And Giacomoco was done by Gary Martin, who you can hear in a couple of Jerry Anderson productions, GFI and Space Precinct. Well, you can't actually hear him in. You can't actually hear Gary Martin in GFI because it's not available to the public at the moment. Let's see. Was it? Where is it? Where is it? 30th. Oh, here we go. Cape Harbour and Marine, darling. Maria, darling. Where did I get Marine from? I'm forgetting Space Police, which is actually the pilot of Space Precinct, because the series proper was going to be called Space Police, but Lego weren't having it. Speaking of Anderson, change the date of my Terrorhawks calendar. Even though we've got crap weather, am I getting through to you okay? Come on. Because the reason why I was searching is because my friend MK the Instrumentalist did a piece on this program on ABC in Australia. Oh, bother. The internet's not gone down, has it? No. There's a program on ABC in Australia called The Drum, which is sort of like a topical news program. And my friend MK the Instrumentalist appeared on there. See if I can just find the time frame. Here we go. Yeah, my friend MK the Instrumentalist has done a piece about living with autism spectrum disorder. The video's on Facebook. If you type in The Drum Wednesday 30th of October, this was last year, it's around the not exactly one to plug, but he is one of my friends, so Everybody, what exactly? I'm not exactly getting the reference here, Mayday. Oh, yeah, I don't think there's any lyric. You see, I was singing the Secret Show theme there, and I don't think there are any lyrics to it apart from when Victor and Anita are scatting to it at the end. That's okay, Mayday. Yeah. All good things must come to an end, preferably in a big explosion. Hey? ITV's Endeavour Morse. Oh, while you lot are here, I made my radio debut on Radio 4 last week. Have a listen to this. For a show on Radio 4 called... Uh-oh. Pardon me. Ooh. I guess if I can get the thing to load. Just go to BBC. Stupid internet. Here we go. Oh. It's... Yes, I am, Chow. You see, this was for a show on BBC Radio 4 called Newsjack, which is a sketch show written by the Great British Public, sort of like an old radio programme called Weekending. This is like a 21st century version of it. Anyway, I've written in a joke for them to read out, and would you believe, they used it and even credited me at the end.
Welcome back to the first episode of Series 22 of Newsjack! Out of the country, the equivalent of almost 2 Amazon Prime deliveries.
The curtain was dropped on Madonna during a performance at the London Palladium, confirming that she is, in fact, a material girl.
An elderly woman.
And... Hey.
What's that on the ceiling?
It's been a bad for a beat. Joseph Bates. Written by Simon Catherine Brinkworth. Anyone could submit to Newsjack, and this week it was written by Simon Alcock, Danny Antrobus, John Bailey, Stephen Barrett, Rebecca Bain, Joseph Bates, Zoe Brown, Gareth Coredig, Sarah Coddington, Nathan Darcy-Roberts, Neil DaCosta, Charlie Dinkin, Chris Douch, Giles Evans, Aidan Fitzmaurice, Jade Gebby, Ryan Grant, Offaly Hoppard, Ellie Craft, Helena Langdon, Gillaville, Louise Lee, Laura Major, Ian Marshall, Nicola Masters, Emma Moran, Phil Paget, Ellis Pagan, Kat Sadler, and William Seabag Montefiore. It was produced by Susie Grant, Hayley Sterling, and Layla Navabi. Newsjack is a BBC Studios production.
Yeah, indeed it is Mayday. And the best thing about this is, you can get paid for it. Notice that my surname rings a certain bell to our least favourite station of the villain of the Dark Station. Ah, yes. That would be Dr. Aegon, destroyer of planets and terror of the universe. And if I am not paid, I shall take the goods back. You wouldn't dare. No, I wouldn't. $50 bonus points to whoever can guess which episode that's from. No. It is from an episode with the Toddle twins, Jack, but it's from the episode where they're first introduced, which is Double Cross. About time I left. Been a great time chatting to you lot as always. Bye now. And goodbye, Mayday. Suppose I'd better be taking my leave as well. Well, you heard him. Leaving YouTube on March the 1st. You know what to do. Say goodnight, Oshawott. Goodnight, Oshawott. That joke never gets old. And I will see you next time. Now, how do I shut this thing off? Ah, here we go.